All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Bukakwadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS and to all the sincere brethren that are liberating the truth across the world. I pray this be another edifying lesson to the flock, and may the Most High open the heart of whoever is supposed to hear this message, let it be heard. With that, I'd like to begin this lesson. And the title of the lesson today is people are adulterous. And I was talking to a brother, well, it's not a brother, like a client I used to train. And last night when I was working out pretty much, and I saw him walk by, I'm like, wait a minute. And I told him, hey, you late to me, what happened, man? He was like, I was already here in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. And I saw him smiling. I'm like, oh, but what is he smiling about? And he came out, he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna bang another dude's wife tonight. That's why I came here to do a quick workout. I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go, man. Like, even when I used to be in my carnal state, some stuff I just don't do. If I do stuff like that, that's I used to follow the Esau society. Tell you if somebody break up if a girl break up with his girlfriend, you can date her, stuff like that. But when you're in the truth, you can't do stuff like this anymore. So then this morning I saw him again as I'm walking. I just finished training a client. I'm walking to my daily walk and listen to shows pretty much. And he told me, yeah, man, I did it, man. And tonight he's gonna do the same thing to another man's wife. I'm like, oh my goodness, man, this guy's really too much, man. So that's why today I named the title people are very adulterous. And let's see what we got today, man. And let me see verses that I was reading. First and foremost, the book of Leviticus tells you exactly what happened to an adulterous person. Let me get I think one verse I picked was of Proverbs 6:32. And this is probably not going to be a long lesson because I'm going to be back to work again, so I'm probably going to make it around 10-12 minutes. Proverbs 6:32 says, it says, but whosoever committed adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that do it destroy his own soul. So basically, the scripture says like a man who commit like adultery is basically like a fool, and he also destroy himself. And if you continue to scroll down, it says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. And if you read it in the NLT, it says, he will be wounded and disgraced, his shame will never be erased. Ah, man. And the down verse said, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. Because basically when a man is jealous, is like a furious man. And when he see that person that committed adultery to his wife, he has the high chance of putting that man to death, and which is righteous. But in this wicked kingdom, if somebody committed adultery with your wife and you put that person to death, they'll put you in prison. Could it be like, oh, you can't kill somebody, the person can do whatever they want, stuff like that. So you can't really, even those righteous to put to honor another man for committing adultery, because that's what the book of Leviticus told you. Leviticus 20 verse 10, it goes down to 21. It tells you what happened if a woman commit adultery with another man. Both the woman and the husband should be put to death. Not the husband. Both the woman and the guy that she committed adultery is supposed to be put to death. And if you read down, he said, it will not regard any ransom, neither would he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. He will not accept any compensation, man. Whatever pay of price you're going to give it to him, he will not accept it because he will be so furious. The only thing he can accept is you being put to death. And let me see the next one I'm going to read. 24. Give me a second. Romans 1 and 24. You know, I'm not gonna read that one. Let me just go read something else. Cause Matthew 9 verse 19 verse 9. It says Matthew 19 verse 9 says, and Matthew 19 verse 9 say, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, commit adultery, and whoso marry her which is put away doth commit adultery. So if somebody put his wife away, so basically say whoever marry his wife and whoever put his wife away and marry somebody else commit adultery. So basically the only way you can put your wife away is like if she's committing you like committing like any distress or not being reasonable with you, stuff like that. And when you put her away, you're supposed to give her like you're supposed to, even though you put her away, you have to take care of her. You're not supposed to just let her to be by herself and struggling, stuff like that. And when you put her away, she cannot also go marry somebody else, because that would be committed adultery. And the only way, yeah, he can put her away if she's being unfaithful to him. Let me read it in NLT. Say, Matthew 19 verse 9 say, and I tell you this, whoever divorces his wife and marries someone else commit adultery unless his wife has been unfaithful. The only way he can put his wife away if it's his wife being unfaithful. And give me 1 second. Let me see what I can find. So the next one I was gonna read is Luke 16 verse 18. It says the exact same thing Matthew 19 verse 9 says. It talks about I'm gonna read in both. It says, Luke 16 verse 18 says, whosoever put away his wife and married another committed adultery, and whosoever married her that is put away from her husband committed adultery. They say, whoever divorces his wife and marries someone commit adultery, and whoever else married that same woman would also marry that same divorced woman would also commit adultery. And that guy that I was talking to, man, that's something he does like on a regular basis, pretty much. So, which is very wicked, man. Because sometimes, say, guys come pick up a girl, try to fight, not really fight him, probably arguing, swaying, stuff like that. So in my head, I'm like, you know, one of these days, man. And I even told him, look, man, you know, guys, people unalive other people for stuff like this on a regular basis. He knows it, but you know, probably not gonna do anything about it. Probably won't even care. So if you read due to so Leviticus 20 verse 10 says, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulteress and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So if you got a man that commit adultery, that's basically if you have a man that sleep with his neighbor's wife, Like you got like a two co-worker, they work together, they know each other's family. When let me say, sometimes when there's like a game on TV, say, hey, let me come over your house, watch the game, stuff like that. And the one day the husband went to work, he took the day off, and he goes to the husband to his friend's house and sleep with his wife. If the man do that, that's wicked. That's committing adultery. So he should be, in a perfect world, he should be unalive. But you know, in this society, we can do stuff like that. And if you say, and the man that lied with his father's wife have uncovered his father's nakedness. So basically, you shouldn't also sleep with your own with your father's wife. You know, some people be like, oh, you know, some guys when they father divorces their mom, or their mom probably died, and his father got like a new wife, which is a stepmom. Some people say, well, that's not my mom. They sleep with her. That man should also be put to death also, or vice versa. The stepmom came with her kids also, and basically you saw the kid, he's supposed to be your stepsister or something like that. But people like, but sometimes the girls be too pretty, but like, well, she's not my blood related, so technically she's not my sister. So guys be wicked, they also sleep with the stepsister, which is something you're not supposed to do also. So if you sleep with your father's wife, both you and the wife will be put to death. And if so, let me read it on NLT. Say, if a man violates his father by having sex with one of his father's wives, both the man and the woman must be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, yep, what I said was stepsister. Wait, the stepsister? Yeah, that's stepsister. But this one says, if a man lie with his daughter-in-law. So that's basically if my dad lay down with my wife, pretty much, he's supposed to, him and my wife supposed to be put to death. So, and if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion, their blood should be put upon the blood shall be upon them. So that's like a state of confusion, man, because as a father you're supposed to look at your son wife as it's like as if she was your own daughter. So when you sleep with her, that's like committing confusion, man. That's like a perverted behavior, man. If a man also lie with mankind as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. So basically, homosexual is something that's straight up wicked, completely off. That's unnatural. Even in animal kingdom, you don't even see stuff like this, man. Or if you try to break it to like a simple term, like if you open a door, and when you see it, you put the key will represent like a rod, and the knobs, where you put the keys, looks like a vagina. So two keys cannot open themselves, dude. It's not unnatural, man. It's not natural, man. Like when you sleep with a woman, she'll get pregnant, she'll bear like an offspring. Two men can't create offspring. Two men can't have babies, vice versa. So homosexuality is not the way. So if that happened, like the scripture says, you're supposed to unalive those people. But in this society right now, man, those people are completely on top of the food chain. They can say anything, do whatever they want, and if you fight back, you get in trouble for it. That's unacceptable. So the scripture says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. That's like an abomination, man. You're supposed to get rid of that on spot, so that disease doesn't spread around. That sodomite disease. Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And 14 said, and if a man take a wife and a mother, it is wickedness. So man, if a man marry like a both like a his wife and his wife mom, that's basically wicked, man. You're not supposed to do like you're not supposed to do something like that, man. They shall be burned with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. So basically, the scripture says you should put both of them to death with fire, like burn them. Pretty much, most likely, it's like a scenario you're gonna burn them alive, because that's wicked and abominable. There's no reason for you to sleep with your wife and her mom. And we know in this kingdom, man, Jake is king of doing stuff like that, man. Sleeping with his sis, sleeping with the wife's sister, the wife cousin. Because once you marry a woman, technically, her entire family kind of like off limit now. And 15 says, if a man lie with a beast, he shall share. Let me see how much time I get. Okay, I got some time. Get 8 minutes. And verse 15 says, and if a man lie with the beast, he shall surely be put to death, and he shall slay the beast as well. So if a man sleep with an animal, you know, like in this kingdom, Esau is king of doing that, man. Bestiality. Like, you always hear rumors of Esau, both male and female, sleeping with their dogs, whatever pet they got. And I was watching doing the Thanksgiving, like they violating those turkeys and stuff like that. And last year or 2 years ago, I was listening to a story. I forgot which country in Europe, but the guy have like a barn where he got his sheep, and at night, every time you wake up in the morning, it's like the sheep always get nervous and shaky, and he's wondering why. Every night he closes the barn, the sheep be at peace, but in the morning when he comes back, they all nervous around people. So he set up like a camera. Came out at night, a bunch of Edomite crawl over and start having orgies with the sheep, man. So basically, the sheep got petrified, man, because they've been violating every night by like Edomite, man, doing those orgies, man. So that's very wicked, man. So basically, if you find a man like committed bestiality, you should put him to death and the beast to death, man. Because in this kingdom, man, especially when you're eating, man, you have no idea what you're eating, man. Like the meat that you consume probably being violated in the factory, man, by Esau, man. And then he's gonna feed it to the population because he don't give a shit anyway. So both the man and the beast should be put to death, man. Cause if you don't put that person to death, man, that's how you spread disease, man. And 17 says, and if a man shall take his sister's, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness, he shall bear his iniquity. So basically, if a man marries his sisters and the daughter of his father, or either his father or his mother, and basically they have basically if they have basically if you slept with her, that's shameful and disgraceful. They basically you're gonna have to cut them off publicly, because that's what they have done is like something disgraceful. So you have to do like cut them in like a public matter, so that situation does not spread around. And if you read basically NLT say they must be publicly cut off from the community. You have to cut them off from the community since they have the man violated his sister. So basically, you should cut him off from publicly, and basically, so he should be, because he's gonna be punished for his sin. 18 says, and if a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, basically, if a man sleep with a woman doing her basically his period, and shall uncover her nakedness, he have discovered her fountain, and she have uncovered the fountain of her blood, or her blood, the fountain of her blood, and both them shall be cut off from among the people. So basically, if you find like somebody sleeping with his woman pretty much on her period, that is very wicked. Both of them must be cut off from the community, for together they have exposed the source of the blood flow, man. But I know personally people that say they take pride in sleeping with a woman or in a woman in the period. I was reading an article that say the guy. I was reading a video, and the guy said, "Yeah, I like my." He said he like his sword laying blood. And verse 19 say, "And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor of thy father's sister, for he uncovered his near kin; they shall bear the iniquity." You shouldn't have any sexual relationship with your aunt from your father or your mother's side, man, because you have uncovered your let me basically you have it's like you uncovered the nakedness of your family member, your bloodline. So basically both parties will be punished for their iniquities, pretty much. If you read the 19th on the NLT, say, "Do not have sexual relations with your aunt, whether your mother's sister or your father's sister. This will dishonor a close relative. Both parties are guilty and will be punished for their sin." Here's verse 20 said, "And if a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he hath uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sins. They shall die childless." So if a man slept with his uncle's wife from either your dad or your mom side, both the man and the woman will be punished for this sin, and they will die childless. So I gotta go. So with that, I pray this was another edifying lesson, and I pray that if I had a takeaway from the scripture, may the Most High have mercy on me and forgive me. And if I break it down wrong, I will go back and continue studying furthermore and learn from where I make the mistakes. And I pray that this was an edifying lesson, and I pray that the Most High have mercy on each and every one of us, and hopefully like family. And I pray that we continue to stay strong in the truth, man. And whatever we used to do when we used to be in the world, we can no longer do them in the truth anymore, man. And we have to constantly pray that the Most High strengthening our faith, strengthening us in our daily walk, and strengthening us each and every day. Continue to build our spirit up, guide us in the path of righteousness, and imbue us with the spirit of endurance, wisdom, and understanding, and guide us in this truth, man. Because each and every day we wake up, man, we are one step closer to Jacob's trouble, and we have to pray that the Most High have mercy on us, man. We have to pray that He does not cast us away from His presence. We have to pray that He does not take His Holy Spirit away from us, and pray that He imbued us with the spirit of fear, wisdom, and understanding, and the spirit of endurance to the very end. With that, I'd like to say, Shalom.